Good evening. Welcome to Clapingo, Shaheen. Welcome back.
Thank
How are
you.
you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's been a hectic week, I think, so your face shows that. Did you have a
Yeah,
good
I'm under
sleep?
the weather.
Did you have good sleep?
No, I'm under the weather. So today I'm,
You're under the weather today. Oh, okay, fine. Okay, we'll try to bring in some sunshine today. Let's try. Yes, with to
sorry?
our conversation, we'll try to bring in some sunshine because you
Yes,
know
sure.
you're under the weather. Okay. So now, can we do something like, a mock conversation? What is a mock conversation?
Yeah.
Like
Mock means invitation or
mock
something?
interview, for example. Mock interview or mock conversation where you are the admin or
Before that,
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
questions.
sure.
Feel
But
free to do that.
before that, I
Yeah,
have one or two questions regarding subject verb agreement.
sure.
The president as well as his ministers is busy or are busy.
The president and his, once again, come again.
The president as well as his ministers is busy or are busy.
Are busy. Ministers, right?
Yes, president as well as his ministers. So R
Are
should be
busy.
there, right?
Are busy. Are busy. Yes.
I watched a video today. I was at home, so I was lying down in bed. So I
Okay.
watched a video. So I got confused that there should be R, not E.
It's R. It's
Hmm.
R. Yes. Okay. ARE. Yes.
And I watched one of your videos as well. So you said, don't learn grammar separately or without context. So could you please elaborate or make me understand how to learn?
Yeah, this is
Mhm.
something which I'm telling everybody. Usually, I'm telling this. Out of the context means even in that video, I'm telling everywhere, even as an author, I'm telling don't learn grammar out of the context. Like what we do, as you already know, is we teach grammar separately. Suppose you're taking a topic, past tense. You're teaching the child, this is past tense. I went to the school. When this past tense? Okay. So, like that, the child is registering, or we are registering as a learner. It shouldn't be like that. You take a context. What is this context? Reading. You take a book and you take a context where the child was going to the school, she had a nice time with the teacher. So, everything happened in the past. So, it is from the context that you have to learn a concept. And these days, the mistake that we are committing again and again, even now, in spite of knowing this, we have a lot of channels, we have a lot of resources also. Still, we are making the same mistake of giving separate grammar sheets. But some grammar sheets has got comprehension passage and things like that. But still, because of the time constraint and everything, we are not learning with the context. So instead of learning grammar separate, like for example, this is the rule, this is the rule, that is the rule. Don't learn it like that. It's you are not going to end up anywhere. So I was just trying to say, don't learn it separately. Treat it as if it is a part of your body. Like for example, if this is English, if my body is English, hand is grammar. Okay, this is pronunciation. The hand cannot function separately. It should be attached to the body and my nerves. Otherwise, it is just a piece of flesh. So something like that. So grammar treated separately is just flesh without blood, without life, without anything. So it should be connected to the body.
So, is it okay if we create any story while we are teaching to students and
That
we
is the
focus
way
on
it should be done. That is the way it should be done. Where it's like from the KG class, from the lower classes, you need to have storybooks, you need to read aloud, you can do any kind of activity where you read together or you divide the children into two groups, three groups, and read the story and do activities from there where the child will pick out. For example, if it is, for example, there is a sentence I went to the school yesterday. Okay, I was walking in the rain. So two sentences are there in the story. Take out those sentences, ask the children why it is like that. Both are in the past tense. But why one is I was walking, there is a small difference. The other one is I went to the school. So what is the difference? So they should try and tell you something, and from there you start telling them. What we normally do, we tell them, see, there is something known as past tense. What is past tense? I went to the school. And then when the child reaches grade 3, I was walking to the school. Now, when it is continuous, that is past continuous. So the child is registering past continuous, past tense, past continuous, past tense. But when it comes to the context, the child is not able to use. Like, I was going to the shop yesterday, but I went to the school 2 days back. So this difference is not there. But when you read and use it, it is a practical knowledge that you're getting. That's the only difference.
Okay. Do you have that kind of stuff for kids
Yes.
to teach them in
Me
the class?
personally, my module. Are you asking my
Yeah.
module? Yes, I have
Yeah.
done all that with kindergarten
Yes. Yes.
teachers. I have demonstrated that with kindergarten
Okay.
teachers. But the thing is, I go to their class, I sit with them, I go to the back, as I told you, to the back. There are shelves where children cannot see me. And once I observe, I give them the feedback, I tell them what to do. Next class, when they call me, I sit with the children and I ask them what you understood, what did the
Okay.
teacher tell you now? So the child tells me. I try to make a mistake telling
Yes. Yes.
the mango is at the floor. And then the child tell me, no, ma'am, it is not at the floor, it is on the floor. So like that, suppose the mango has fallen on
Yeah.
the
It's the
ground.
best way of teaching, I think.
Yes, yes, I take a lot of time and I say, see, Nitisha, the mango is at the floor. And the child will look at me. It happened actually one day. I made a mistake. Ma'am, it is not at the floor. The mango is on the floor. The child corrected me. So I understood proposition is clear with
Oh.
the child. Yes, yes, that is how it happens. But the other way around, what
Oh.
do you do? On, at, beyond, over, all these things we teach, the child will blink and sit. Even we, it happens with us also. So that is not the right way of teaching English or any language, not just English,
Yes.
Hindi, Tamil, everything, all our languages.
Yes.
Hmm.
You had asked me to write a paragraph. I haven't
Sure, sure.
written paragraph, but
Okay,
I just wrote some lines on language.
great. Please
Just
do.
before 15 to 20, I've written.
That's okay. That's fine. That's fine.
You that day you had asked me, what if we all speak one language only, whole world?
Yes. Okay.
So I wrote a few lines. It's not a paragraph. It's not
No
inter
problem.
connecting with each
No
other. I
problem.
think
See,
these
you
are
can
the
give me the points and you
sentences.
can elaborate after that. After giving the points, you can elaborate also.
Okay.
That is also fine.
Okay. Okay. First and foremost, communication barriers would not exist for international trade affairs and job.
Okay.
Then means people struggle if they want to do job or they want to study abroad. They struggle with the
Mhm.
language, so they have to go to institutions like IELTS, TOEFL, ESL to improve their communication skills. So they will save their lot of money, and teachers would lose their jobs.
But still, we have got something there, communication. These days, teachers can do anything.
Yes,
Okay, okay, please go on. Yes.
teacher is someone who is
Language teachers.
creative. They can survive in any condition.
Yes, creative people can survive anywhere, but if you are going for the structure, then gone. Your everything is gone. It's like that. That's
Yes.
true. What you told is correct. Yes, please go on. Yeah.
Whole world will come so close. It will feel like a home because
Okay.
nowadays we hesitate to communicate with foreigners only because of language. It's a
Yeah.
barrier. But
Mhm.
once our language will be the same, then there will be no hesitation or any barrier to communicate with them. So it will, maybe we can feel like, yeah, he is the one person like us. Means so at the time of my first Cambly class, I was a little bit worried that I'm gonna talk to foreigners. So that
Okay, we'll discuss about
hesitation
this.
or
This
fear,
is a very good point. Okay, so
I
after you finish this, we'll discuss on this. Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes. Go on.
So
Yeah.
mm,
Good.
I just I'm just correlating that my first
Correct.
experience
Yes,
and
yes.
the
So you
people.
had that feeling you're
Uh,
going to talk to a foreigner. You had that something in you, something which
yeah.
says, "Oh, I'm going to talk to a foreigner. How will I do it? How am I going to do it?"
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay.
So it will end means due to there is no barrier of language. Then English teachers and students would not exist on this planet. Student can get education abroad universities very easily. It's just a part of comedy, nothing else.
No, we will start something else. Clapingo and our team will start something else. We will either set up something at least in the planet Mars. Wherever we go, we'll take this and go.
I told you, creative people, they'll find something to do.
Definitely, that is very true. Yes, yeah. Go on.
Boastful people would not be able to flaunt their English communication skill.
Yes, very good. Excellent. That is a very important point which I keep on stressing every time. English is used as, I don't know, it's used as an ornament sometimes. Yeah, go on. Please go
Yeah.
on. That's it.
Then the world would become a big the world would become a big platform to share ideas, opinion, and notion with each other.
Yes, great.
People would save money, would they would spend on learning English courses, so they can use it, utilize in other things. Then vernacular medium, convent and English medium would not exist. Schools,
Yes, true.
schools would not
Yes, yes,
exist
yes. All those
like
English
me.
speaking schools and everything. All of us, we all will be doing something else. Yes,
People will find going abroad is far easier than before.
yes.
There will be no Hollywood, Tollywood, and Bollywood.
Very good. Excellent, excellent. There'll be
Foreign
only
language
one good.
teachers and translators. We
Yes,
yeah, foreign language teachers and translators will lose their jobs. Complications of British English, American English will be come to an end.
will come to an end.
Because
Will
now
come to an
as
end.
as a students we are struggling with British English and American English pronunciation, then spelling rules, so it will come to an end.
Yes, yes.
Crucial point, students will study comfortably without scratching their heads for article, prepositions, forms of verb, and all those.
Yes, yes. Grammar will no
I
longer,
wrote whatever comes to my mind.
yes, grammar will no longer scratch your head, and neither will you scratch the head of the English teachers. It is like a cycle.
Yes,
Yes, yes. Good, well written. That's it. Are you done with the points?
yes, yes.
Okay. Okay,
Just
so well
before class, I
written.
wrote.
Great. So now these are very important points, and you have written it well, I should say. Just few preposition errors here and there, which I corrected you. I gave you spot correction for that. Now, coming to one point, I just
Yeah.
have a question for you. Okay. When you take a foreigner, whether the person is from Australia or England or even from Canada, I have seen so many people, German also, Germans and Russians, they don't speak fluent English. They will not encourage, they don't encourage actually. When they come to India, suppose just imagine when they come, and if they learn a line in Hindi, suppose they learn a line in Hindi, they are not hesitant to speak in front of us. We are experts. They are not hesitant. They try to be as cute as possible. Like we feel that they are very cute. They express themselves with so much confidence. They come and say
Yes.
namaskar in their own cute way, or with their mother tongue interference, or whatever you call it. Aapka naam kya hai? Like that they will say, and we appreciate it. We just clap, give them applause, telling, "Wow, you made a great effort." When it comes to an Indian,
Yes.
especially Indians, I'm talking about Indians. When we learn English, there's nothing wrong. One thing that we should remember is we have got this all these states and hundreds of cultures. I would say a lot of cultures juxtaposed together in our nation. So apart from everything that we have, we are trying to reach out for a foreign language that is English. And to an extent, we are successful also. Despite knowing the language so well, even me, including me, even if you know the language well to an extent, okay, fair enough, we hesitate to speak in front of the foreigners. You have that feeling, as you told in the beginning, oh my God, I'm going to talk to a foreigner. What will they think about me? And I've seen people faking the accent, trying to be what they are not. But they don't do that. They are always what they are. Most of them, at least 80 to 75% to 80%, Some of them are arrogant. I agree to that. Some of them are snobbish, but generally they are very down to earth and they try to be what they are. Um, More than the language barrier, don't you think it is a mindset? Because you take any part of India, whether it is north or south or east or west, what are your thoughts on the mindset? Like when it comes to the foreigners, they are more confident. Even if they know just namaskar, they will roam everywhere in India with that one namaskar. And if they can speak only English, also, they will try to wear the dress that we are wearing, we are giving, and things like that. Of course, one more thing that I need to tell you is our country is more tolerant. See, when you see a foreigner roaming around in Sharwani or Salwar or whatever it is, sari, we try to appreciate them. You do the same thing in their country, they will tell you, you look beautiful, you look handsome, you're really good, if they're very close to you. But otherwise, I don't think they will care so much about it because it is something which is internationally accepted. You wear a mini skirt and walk around, they'll not say an Indian is wearing mini skirt, nothing like that. Okay.
Yes.
So, what do you think? What are your thoughts? Like, has it got to do a lot about the language barrier or on the mindset? What do you think?
It's our mindset. Some, I can say, nonsense people, they inculcate few things since our childhood that English is a very uh, difficult language. It's a crucial language
Yes.
because it's a global language. It's crucial language. We know it, but it's difficult. And if one make mistakes in English, they make fun of that person or they ridicule,
Yeah.
mock the person. So
Yeah.
again, it's a mindset that we should not make mistakes. Otherwise, we sound foolish.
Yeah. Yeah.
So people made that kind of environment. They made the mindset. And when foreigners speak Hindi or Marathi, we appreciate them, even they are
Yes.
making a lot of mistakes. So they should accept us as well, that we are trying to speak foreign language, sorry,
Yes.
foreign
Yes.
language. So they should appreciate us because we are trying to speak at least without atmosphere.
Mm-hmm.
So the people who made that kind of mindset, or they inculcate things in the mind of Indian people, it's their mistake, not learners' mistake.
Yeah, so since the childhood, suppose you make mistake while speaking in Hindi, that is not noticed, or maybe they just correct you in a casual way. But when it comes to English, it's
Yes,
more like you don't know English. You don't know English. That kind of ridiculing is
yes,
there. And when you know English,
yeah,
it's like, oh, she knows English. She's not from our culture, or she's a different person. She's an alien from Mars. It's something like that. If you start speaking fluently in English, people will be like, oh, you know English. You're from some other planet. Not these days, but it is something which happened in the 90s, and we all belong. We are all 90s kids or 80s kids. And yes, that's very true.
or she's trying to be smart.
Yes, over smartness comes with it. Presumptions come with it. Yes, all that is there. That's true. Yeah, but some of the tutors, what I have noticed, even foreign tutors, some of them are very encouraging. One more thing is,
Yes,
I
yes,
don't think
of course,
they don't show
exactly.
so much of emotion on their face. Like when I talk to the foreigners, some of them are very, they show more. Some of them smile and they have that warmth in their eyes, but there are some people who
Yes,
don't show so much of emotion. Like for example, they don't open the mouth and speak. Ah, wow, it doesn't go like that like us. We have got that style of speaking because our language is
yes,
like that, and we speak loudly. All of us we speak loudly. But foreigners, it's like they
yes,
have a way, they have a tone. Even if they want to convey something saying that what you're doing is not right, they're very calm about it. That is what I feel. Most of them, not everybody, but
yes,
most of them. And some of them are really warm. Some of them tell you that you made a mistake just now. I'm afraid you made a mistake, or something like that. It varies from person to person, I think so. But some of them are arrogant. We have got arrogant Indian teachers also, especially when it comes to
yes,
language teachers. Some of them really make fun. I have seen English teachers making fun of children. If they're
yes,
good in English, not just English, but if suppose they are able to communicate well in English, they make fun of children, saying, "Why do you have to speak in English? You don't know anything. You don't know anything." Comes out. Even if the child is good in
yes.
science or social studies, you don't know anything. So that tagline is there, and they put the horns on English. That is also there. Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
They should appreciate, and they should encourage them to speak. It's okay, you are
Yes.
making
Yes.
mistakes, but this thing is not like that. You have made mistake on that
Exactly.
place. Yes.
Okay. So today I've got a very good topic. It is corrected with connected with the topic that we spoke just now. It is passion.
One more question. I have personal question.
Sure, sure, sure.
Do I sound not I, but my conversation or answers or my discussion more mature than my age, like 40, 50 years ladies speaking?
Okay. Uh, it's not like that. I wouldn't tell like that. You are a matured person. I don't know. I don't want to know your age, but still, you are a matured person. Your sound is bold. It's not old. You have got a bold voice, right? And this is something which people long to have. I love women with bold voice. I told you that in the beginning itself. You've got that boldness when you speak, and your voice is also bold. So that is there. And you don't sound abnormal, like, oh, she's speaking like an elderly person. It's not like that. With your experience, because of your grooming, and you told me that, I also told you before, you shared with me that you have had some experience in your life, different experience in your life, and because of that you were groomed or you got molded. So that is shown in the way you speak. Like, suppose whenever I ask you a question, you don't get stuck. You tell me, it's okay, you just leave it there, or I go and sleep it off, or I do that. And you're a very outspoken person. That is something which is expected when you go to a professional space, but in our society many people do not encourage that. See, that is their problem. That is fine. I don't think you sound above your age. You've got a bold voice. Okay, that is one thing. And second thing is, you're assertive when you speak sometimes, saying that this is what I like. And I like this because I like it. Or I want to be like this because I want to be like that. So that is good. There's nothing wrong about it.
I just watched my videos and I just thought that it was not about sound, but about my thoughts. Are these more mature than my age? And about my voice,
It's
something
nice.
happened
It's
whenever I
nice.
conduct whenever
Yeah.
I conduct meeting in we are a group of 21 to 22 people. So I have to ask sometime my teachers, speak loudly. I'm unable to hear
Yeah.
you. Many
Yeah.
times it happens. And I am the one whose voice is without mic or without anything. I can talk to a person who is sitting at last very comfortably. So
Yes. Yes.
many
Yes.
times my brother criticized me on many things. One day I asked, you criticized me on my other things, but you didn't criticize me on my voice, that you speak loudly or your sound is very high. He told me that it's your confidence. There is nothing to criticize you.
Yes, it is
otherwise,
your confidence. Yes. Yes. That's
otherwise
true. What
he
your brother told
would
is correct.
criticize me on my small things. Don't do this, don't do that. Like brother and sister, you know that.
Yes. 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 It happens. Yes. It's good. You don't need an amplifier.